Women are just as bad at taking rejection as men are. And this happens when women realize that they cannot use their washed out form of social currency in the form of having a boyfriend or having a husband as a way to connect with other women. This is where the comment of you make hating men your whole personality comes from. Because for most women, without a man, they have no personality. They don't have any hobbies. They don't have any interests. They don't have any ambitions. They don't have any passions, especially if they're actually in a relationship or actively seeking a relationship. Because anybody that has any sort of common sense and has a good enough pattern recognition understands that when you're a woman and you're with a man, it's going to be pretty hard for you to have your own personality, okay? Because men tend to not like women that have a personality because that's more things that they have to compete with. They don't want you to have hobbies because that's more things that they have to compete with. For a lot of women that have decentered men, their favorite type of woman is a woman who they connect with and they just have no idea that she has a boyfriend. I mean, they know, but they don't know because she's constantly not bringing it up because she actually has a personality. She actually has things that she's interested in. She has a voice. She has strong opinions that she can articulate and that she is willing to form. A lot of women are grasping at straws in this current climate because we rarely ever talk about the impacts of decentering men and what impact it has on women, particularly male-centered women. Just like men are realizing that the small currency that they hold of just having a job is no longer being accepted as a standard for women to want to deal with them or marry them or procreate with them. Women are also realizing that their form of social currency of having a man it isn't worth anything like it used to be. And there are a lot of women who they're lost. They're scrambling around and they're frustrated just as much as the men are right now. Because for a lot of these women, they don't want to do the work. They don't want to beautify themselves. They don't want to get their education. They don't want to seek any knowledge in anything. They don't want to get a passion. They don't want to get a hobby. They don't want to get anything more. And so women like this will get pissed off at you because you can't connect with her over something such as having a boyfriend. I can hear you have a boyfriend, but I'm not going to ask you any questions or inquire further because I don't care. I don't care because I don't make having a man my entire personality. Because me knowing about your man really won't be doing anything good for the friendship. And then a lot of time too, it's a detriment. It's a large detriment for single women to have really, really close friendships with women that are single and married, depending on the woman. Most women can't keep their mouth fucking shut. Most women have to make up for the fact that they don't have a personality and their man doesn't have a personality. So what are they going to do? They're going to gossip about the single friend. They're going to gossip about the tea that she spilled to her friend when she gave it to her in confidence because neither one of y'all got a personality, okay? For a lot of people, for a lot of couples, the women are just as bland and boring as the men that they with are. They have no personality. That's why they have to have a man to begin with. That's why they make having a man the whole personality because for a lot of women, they can't stand on their own with social skills. A lot of women are socially awkward. A lot of women are so lazy. A lot of women lack accountability that getting a man is like the easiest thing. That's going to be the largest accomplishment for them because they don't want to do the work to have anything else going for themselves at all. Like for a lot of y'all are in a relationship or in a marriage and you're still living paycheck to paycheck. You'll be in these relationships and you have nothing to show for it. And so a lot of women, they're starting to panic. They're starting to freak out because they're like, where is my social currency going to come from? I don't make no money for real. I'm average looking. I'm average or below average in intellect. I don't have enough money to have a hobby or have an interest. I'm not passionate about anything. I'm too scared to form an opinion or share my opinion about anything. I'm too scared to openly express myself in whatever way that I see fit. The easiest way for me to overcome that is just to get a man. But when you tell another woman that you have a man, depending on the woman, it's not going to be enough for her to want to open up the door to you. Because a lot of these women are fucking scrambling. A lot of these women, they're with Pookie and Ray Ray, and they're pissed off because they're going to be with Pookie and Ray Ray, and they can't have their hand out and be like, oh, well, he can't pay the rent, or he can't pay the light bill. Can you help me? No, we can't help you. No, we can't give you advice on what it is that your boyfriend or what your husband is doing. No, you can't stay with us because he's putting his hand upside your head. A lot of women are scrambling because they're realizing that, just like with children, you're not getting a village just because you have a boyfriend or a husband. You're not getting support just because you have a boyfriend and just because you have a husband. You're not going to be liked more just because you have a boyfriend and just because you have a husband. A lot of women are not likable people. They're only likable because of their relationship status. And that's the only reason why people like them. This is the reason why there are plenty of story times on here of divorced women saying that once they got divorced, if there were any friends that her and her husband had shared, they would stay friends with the husband and they wouldn't stay friends with her. Because most women aren't liked unless it's based off of their relationship status. Girl, I wouldn't like you today and I wouldn't like you tomorrow. Like, I really wouldn't like you either way. Most of the time, people don't like you. They just like you a tiny bit because you have a man adjacent to you. And so that's your form of social currency, and it's not worth anything. The social currency of having a man is reducing year after year after year, which is being reflected by the birth rate. If there was so much social currency in being male adjacent, why is the birth rate down? Because it's more of a disadvantage to be male adjacent in this current time. And then you're going to have women that are going to sit here on the internet and say, I don't care about men, yet I'm going to make my entire personality about them. You can't make something your entire personality when you're not dealing with it, which is why this is a projection. It's a projection. It's a full admission of a woman saying that I'm boring, I'm a loser, I'm lame, unless I have a boyfriend. That's the only time that I could feel good about myself is when I have a boyfriend. But we'll sit here and claim that you're making it your whole entire personality. I can't make it my whole entire personality when I can't use it as social currency to say, oh, I have a boyfriend. Oh, I have a husband. Oh, me and my boyfriend did this. Oh, me and my boyfriend are looking for this. Oh, I have a proposal. Oh, we're shopping for a house. Oh, we're shopping for a dress. Is that not y'all's fucking whole personality? Is that not y'all's entire conversation? Is your conversation not talking about, oh, yeah, we went out this weekend with the kids and we went and did this and we did that. Women can't even be in a relationship without fucking using the term we. Women never ever use the term I. Oh yeah, I did this, I did that, I did that. Y'all have men make your whole entire personality, which is how I know that this is a fucking projection. Women that are not making men their whole entire personality, even if they're making content about it, they're not going to speak like that. Because they don't have to have a personality based off of being adjacent to somebody else. That's weak bitch shit. I'm sorry. It's weak bitch shit. When you're going to make your whole personality revolved around you having a man with the little bit of social currency that it's going to gain you. And then you're confused as to why you have no women that want to be friends with you or have any women that want to like actually be there for you because you don't have a personality without a fucking man. All you want to do is talk about the man. All you want to do is talk about the man that you're with. Get a group of women who are not male-centered, and the conversation is going to be completely different. They're going to be talking about healing. They're going to be talking about hobbies. They're going to be talking about how to get their money up. They're not going to be talking about their boyfriend cheating, their boyfriend being disrespectful, what argument their boyfriend or that they had with their husband. They're not going to be talking about that shit. Women like you are scrambling because you're realizing that you cannot connect with women outside of you being in a relationship. You're socially awkward, you're weird, you're not leveled up, and for a lot of women, this is a confusing phase for you. This is a confusing phase for you because you can't have the cute exchange back and forth with somebody else guaranteed when you say that you have a boyfriend or when you say that you have a husband.